Yay Networks.
Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans. Hopefully you can hear me. Alan said he's been listening to our podcast and the audio's been a little bit on the quiet side. But hey, peek behind the kimono, babe. This is my husband, Alan Evans.
Hey, train in the house.
I know they heard that.
They did hear that.
So Alan said you have to turn the volume way up on your car radio to hear the podcast.
Well, that's what one listener said.
Oh, not you?
I don't know we needed to announce that to the entire listener
Well, how
base,
did I
but
know
hey,
that?
That's fine.
Well, they would know that.
You can do that. So now everybody's panicking, reaching for their volume knob,
Well, no,
saying,
if
you
they
know
can-
what? You know what Kellie just mentioned is quiet. You know, it is kind of quiet. I think I'll turn it up.
Well, we're going to try to fix it. Maybe by the time you hear this, it'll be fixed.
This is called inventing a problem where there's no problem.
Well, you shouldn't have told me there was a problem. That's your fault.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
Yeah.
How is it my fault?
Because you told me.
Because I told you it's my fault.
Yes.
Oh, come
Anyway,
on.
welcome to the
Come
podcast.
on.
Thank y'all for joining us. Kicking off a new month already. Can you believe we've already got a month under our belts of 2021?
Hey, speaking
And my life didn't, you know
No.
what? Didn't you think on New Year's Eve everything was going to miraculously just become like perfect? And it
Oh,
didn't.
yeah. Since we got the bad orange guy out of here, bad orange guy's gone.
It's just like, nothing's really changed. You're
Oh.
still working from home.
I thought everything was going to change.
Still having to wear a mask when I go out and stuff.
Hey, we started by talking about how it's hard to hear the podcast. One thing I did.
Why are you talking about that?
Well,
You're drawing attention to it.
Because you already brought it up. One thing I didn't hear this week,
What?
not one time, was, hey, Alan, you doing okay? You feeling okay, Alan? Everything doing okay?
Was I supposed to ask?
No.
Oh.
From any of our listeners. Not one. Not one.
Why would they ask?
Because I was ill last week. Last podcast, I was ill.
You were?
Yes.
I don't even remember that.
I had to play hurt. I had to fight through it. And I recovered fully.
Why don't I remember that?
I don't know, because you don't ever respond when I'm sick.
What was wrong with you last podcast?
I had a runny nose.
You did?
Yes. And I was sore.
Did we talk about that on the podcast?
About the whole damn podcast, yeah.
God, I don't remember.
Babe,
I don't remember
you
anything.
have got some serious memory issues.
What else did we talk about?
I don't know.
See?
No idea.
I don't know.
I can't remember. No, I can't remember what we talked about. I just remember me bitching the whole podcast about how sick I
Well,
was.
that's
What?
kind of normal.
What's
People
normal?
we might as well just do a segment. Alan's Bitch Fest of the Week or the podcast. We do twice a week, right?
Wait a second. How did I get the Alan's
You kind of
bitch
bitch about
fest?
stuff. Well, you bitch
I
about
kind
stuff.
of bitch about stuff.
A little bit.
Like
You're
what?
like, what am I? Chopped liver? And promo code Kellie. Hello Kellie, and that kind of thing.
Hello,
And
Kellie.
then-
Hello,
yeah,
hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That kind of thing.
Okay. Well,
And you've been, complaining a lot about your hair lately. It's become quite an obsession.
yeah. I've been watching videos on how to fix long hair because I've never had long hair in my life.
Well, it's technically not long.
No, it's not really long. It's just kind of medium. It's an in-between stage.
It's not even touching your shoulders.
No, it's not. But you're talking to a guy who's always had buzzed hair in the back.
Yeah.
Like to my scalp.
Yeah.
So this is long for me.
Yeah. And like I told you, he
Kenny?
was
Still
sitting.
Kenny vibes?
Yeah. He was sitting on his chair the other day, and I came up behind him, and he was wearing a camo baseball cap and a gray T-shirt with all of his tats showing and his jeans. And I said, "You look so South Carolina from the back.
Yeah, and what does that even mean?
You just looked like South Carolina to me." And I love that. I'm from South Carolina, but I was just like, Alan said, "Well, take a picture so I can see what that looks like." So I had to take a picture of him from the back.
But why would it look like South Carolina?
It just did. I looked at you and I was like, man, you look like South Carolina.
But
Because
what
that's
is that?
that kind of guy. The camo hat, the T-shirt, the tats. Just like you look like you're about to go jump in your truck and, go get me a plate of barbecue is what you look like.
Well, I can get you a plate of barbecue. I know where to do that. But is the guy from South Carolina as brown as me?
They do
Oh.
They do go outside a lot.
Oh.
And they get tan in South Carolina,
okay.
Alan.
The Filipino American's a big player in South Carolina?
I wouldn't have known you were Filipino from the back in that moment. But anyway, I thought that was kind of a cute look. And it was partially because you had a little bit of long hair growing out of the back of your hat.
I did a poll. You took that picture, and I did a poll on my Instagram. Is this a mullet?
It's not a mullet.
54% said
Well,
it was
they're
a
wrong
mullet.
because-
But it was because I had my hat on.
Yeah.
And with my hat on, it looks like a mullet.
Yeah, but you have to have business in the front, party
Right.
in the back for a
Right.
mullet.
Agreed.
And it's all the same length.
Agreed.
So that's not a mullet.
I don't think it's a mullet.
I don't either. Not that I would have a problem with that, honey, if you want to do that. I encourage all of
Grow a mullet?
I encourage all of your hair exploration.
The great thing about Kelly is it doesn't matter what I don't think it matters what my hair looks like because every time I do something different. When we met, I had spiky hair.
It looked like flames coming up off of his head.
And then I started parting it to the side, and I was like, "Babe, do you like the way this is?" Well, if that's the way you like to wear it, it's fine with me. And then she got used to that, but then she missed my spiky hair, and then I went back to the spiky hair, and then now I've grown it out long, and I said, "Are you good with this?" She's like, "Well,
I mean, it's fine.
whatever you want to do." That's what
whatever
she
you
always
wanna
says.
do.
It's fine.
Whatever you want to do.
I don't want it to look fine. I want to look like freaking Bruce Wayne. I want to look like Christian
Well-
Bale and Batman.
Well, that ain't it. That's
kind of the bit he was doing. Yeah.
Didn't he wear more product in it?
That I don't know.
Like more greased back?
Yeah, his was
slicked
more
back.
slicked
So you got it
back,
more
yeah.
fluff.
More fluff?
Yeah, I guess. It's more
Yeah.
fluff. I don't know, honey. You do whatever you want with your hair.
I'm just going to do me.
The only time I don't prefer it is when you shave all the way off.
Oh, when it's super short?
When you know your face. That's the only thing with your hair. It just, you look like a completely different person.
Oh, when I shave
I'm like-
my face completely.
Yeah, you did that for your mother for Mother's Day because she really likes you to have that baby smooth face. And I was like, wow, I don't know you.
It was like...
With no facial hair, I don't know
It was
you.
like frickin' Andy Garcia was at Mother's Day dinner.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Not that Andy Garcia is bad looking at all. And I'm not saying you were unattractive. It's just like, that's just not what I'm used to looking at, you know?
No chin.
I mean, it's like...
Makes my nose look bigger.
What if I dyed my hair blonde? Do you think you'd like that? You like the red. What could I do that would drastically shock you with my hair?
I dye it purple
See, I wouldn't mind that so much.
or blue. Yeah, that would drastically change things.
Is that the only thing you have a problem with the color?
And there's absolutely nothing wrong with purple hair and blue hair.
A lot of people did that during quarantine.
Yeah, and I've seen some people with it, and they look fabulous.
You think I could maybe?
You'd look a lot different because I'm used to the red. I like the darker. I like it chestnut. I like chestnut hair.
Okay. Well,
I like it brown, red, chestnut.
till the
color.
day I die and I can afford that $7 box of color, you're going to have it.
Google or DuckDuckGo old pictures of a Secretariat, the Triple Crown winner in
You want me to have
1973.
You want me to go buy a horse's hair color for my hair color?
Secretariat was a big chestnut, and he had a flowing chestnut mane.
I don't think I like that
What?
reference.
Well, no, the reference comes from my dad saying he
I
saw
know.
Ronald Reagan, and Ronald
But
Reagan
why are
had
you comparing me
chestnut
to
hair.
a horse?
No, because horses, that color is called chestnut.
But you see what I'm saying? You can't compare me to a horse. That's not cute.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was just the color. I wasn't comparing you to the I don't know, the strength or the size of the horse, just the color.
Yeah, you better stop talking. Better stop talking. All right, so we've got some fun stuff. Hopefully you find it to be fun to get to this podcast. It was really sad today. By the time you hear this podcast, this would have been in the past tense, of course, but Screech, Dustin Diamond from Saved by the Bell, passed away today, February 1st. After we just found out he had stage 4 lung cancer in January. And I don't know how long he had privately been battling it. Maybe he was just diagnosed and maybe it was news to him as well, but he did not smoke. He blamed it. This is according to him. I'm just repeating what his rep said. He stayed in a lot of very inexpensive hotels across the country as he would tour around and doing whatever he did to pay his bills. And he believed he was breathing in asbestos and other harmful chemicals. And he believes that's what contributed to his lung cancer. He thought he was
breathing in asbestos?
Yeah, from
where?
From really cheap hotels. Again, you're not listening as I'm telling the stories.
Asbestos hadn't been around since the 70s.
I'm just telling you what he said. He thought he got it from staying in really cheap hotels that weren't ventilated properly, mold and things like that. So he passed away. That was really shocking. And a lot of people, remember, he burned a lot of bridges with Saved by the Bell. Many years ago, he wrote a tell-all book and kind of busted everybody, and they stopped speaking to him. And when they came back for the Peacock reboot, he was not included. They explained that Screech was living on a space station or something somewhere. But, and then, Lisa Turtle, the girl who played Lisa Turtle, Lark Voorhees, she has schizophrenia, very serious case of that and trouble communicating. So they brought her back for a very brief cameo, and she did a great job. You would have never known anything was up with her based on that cameo. But when Dustin Diamond was diagnosed and we found out stage 4 and it was bad, Mario Lopez said he had reached out to him and, had been in touch, and Tiffany Thiessen wished him well. But I just didn't realize it was rapid. Mm-hmm. It was so fast.
Yeah.
But, Saved by the Bell, the reboot, is on Peacock. And you can still see the old episodes of it on Peacock if you want to, remember, he was a goofy little funny kid. We all loved Screech back in the day. Did you love that show?
I didn't watch it, babe.
I did as an adult because it was like the high school experience I felt like I missed out on. And even though what they did on Saved by the Bell was probably nowhere near resembling what a real high school experience was, but I was really attracted to that because I was like, oh, I didn't get to do that kind of fun stuff in high school. So anyway, just a sad little thing. And that led us to talking about on the Kid Craddock Morning Show about other reboots and things like that. So the whole point of this is when I was a little girl, my parents refused to let me watch Three's Company.
Yeah, that was kind of lewd.
Well,
it had lewd undertones.
Yeah, well, they didn't watch it. They just knew a man was living with 2 girls, and he was like, that was like living in sin.
Do you remember the theme song?
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
We'll be waiting for you.
We'll be waiting for you.
Well, the service is hers and hers, and here's Three's Company too.
Dun, 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 dun.
Something else.
Yeah.
Anyway, they wouldn't let me watch that. And I was not allowed to go see Grease with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John because somebody told my parents that there was a mooning scene and I was not allowed to see men's butts in a movie. So I didn't get to go see Grease when it was at the theater. I didn't get to watch Three's Company. I had another friend of mine whose parents, even though it was reruns, he was not allowed to watch Bewitched. Because because they won't have witchcraft in the house. So it was really interesting. So I went on my Instagram and just did a quick, hey, what did your parents ban you from watching when you were a kid? And it's really funny, some of the responses. I want to get to that in a minute. But first, I think a lot of people get overwhelmed when they try to make really big changes, but if you make small changes towards a healthier lifestyle, those small changes can add up in a really big way. So if you're not sure where to begin, I want you to check out Grove Collaborative. We love Grove Collaborative, especially this past year when running to the store became really stressful, and there's nothing worse than the mask and everything and the social distancing. You get home and you realize, I forgot something. I got to go make several trips. But shopping for home essentials should be easy and convenient, and that's where Grove Collaborative comes in. Grove is the online marketplace that delivers healthy home, beauty, and personal care products straight to your door. And if you're really making an effort to go green, you don't have to worry about reading labels because Grove Collaborative took care of all that already. They take the guesswork out of going green. You can browse the site for thousands of home, beauty, personal care products, all guaranteed to be good for you, for your family, for your pets, for your home, and for the planet. Now, we love the Mrs. Meyer's products. The foaming hand soap, I just love smelling my hands after I use it. We go through that multi-purpose spray like it's water, honey, don't we?
We use it all the time.
But they have all the other names you know and love, like Method, 7th Generation, Burt's Bees, also the Grove Collaborative Collection, and the Jeremiah Brent Collection, which we love Jeremiah. And with Grove, They've got over 2 million households who have already trusted them to make their homes happier and healthier. Plus, shipping is fast and free on your first order.
Yes, and making the switch to natural products has never been easier. For a limited time, when our listeners go to grove.co/sandwich, you will get to choose a free gift with your first order of $30 or more. But you have to use our special code. Go to grove.co/sandwich to get your exclusive offer. That's grove.co/sandwich.
All right, so let's get to the shows that were banned. Now, I asked you about this earlier before we went on the air. You said you didn't really have anything like that, right?
The only thing, you asked me this, and I could not think of anything. My parents just said, look, you cannot watch that. They were never really like that. But I mean, I couldn't watch rated R movies like as a kid. You know, they didn't want me watching that. But there was never like a sitcom or anything. They said, we don't want you. But I do remember like when MASH was on, they didn't really want me around when that one was on.
A little bit adult humor.
Yeah.
Hot Lips Houlihan.
I think there was some adult humor in that for sure. And then Klinger running around in a dress.
Didn't understand that.
That was weird.
He was trying to get kicked out.
That I know, but you got to remember, this was back in the late 70s.
Right.
And it was kind of strange to see that on TV, right?
Well, I got so many responses, I could not post them all on my Instagram. So I'm going to kind of scroll through some of the funny ones. And some of them, they did not give explanations, but some of them did, which I appreciated. Speaking of Screech on Saved by the Bell, one of our Instagram followers, our podcast family members started Date Night In. Remember, she wrote a letter and she does date nights at home. If you want to follow her, it's date_night_in. And she gives you great date ideas when you're shut up at home, you know, when you couldn't go out. But anyway, she said her parents wouldn't let her watch Saved by the Bell after Jesse got addicted to caffeine pills. That was too much.
Okay.
Remember when she's like, I'm so excited.
No, remember, I didn't watch it.
I'm so excited. I'm so scared. Yeah. Anyway, it's become a big running joke, but her parents banned her from watching it after that. That's crazy.
Huh.
This one was a lot. Yolanda, who used to be part of the Kid Craddock morning show, she's now living in New York. She said anything Harry Potter and Sabrina the Teenage Witch. It's that witchcraft stuff.
Really?
Yes, that came up a lot. We had somebody say they weren't allowed to watch certain shows that had sassy mouth children, one of them being All That. A listener named Leslie said, I had a smart mouth and that show made me worse when I watched it.
You know what I want to ban in this house?
What?
Henry Danger.
Why?
Because of Piper.
Oh, yeah, but she's just annoying.
Well, she's got a smart mouth.
She does, but I don't think our children have picked up on that. Actually, Henry Danger has made our son interested in sushi, which I thought was actually great.
Sushi.
Mindy said her parents wouldn't let her watch The Bodyguard. My 5th grade self is still mad about that one.
Why?
I guess it was just they thought it was too adult theme. Nellie said, I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob or Forrest Gump. So random. My mom tried to ban the Golden Girls, but she didn't win that one.
Forrest Gump?
Yes!
And the Golden Girls were a little lewd, but...
They did have a lot of...
Boy, my mother loved the Golden Girls.
Different strokes because my mom said the kids talk back too much.
What you talking about, Willis?
Very sassy. Benny Hill. British humor and very lewd.
Lewd.
This was funny. Heart to Heart. Do you remember Heart to Heart? I loved Heart to Heart when I was growing up. Stephanie Powers, their beautiful red hair, and Robert Wagner. Next Van, I don't know what her real name is.
Oh, I can remember one that I couldn't watch.
Well, let me finish Heart to Heart real quick. And then she said her parents had a huge fight about Heart to Heart, and her dad got so mad he stormed out of the house.
Wow.
That serious?
It's pretty serious about
Go ahead, honey. Which one?
The Love Boat.
That came up.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Lots of free sex on that one.
The Love Boat. Yeah, that was lewd.
A lot of sex going on the Love Boat.
Yes.
Yeah, that was banned in a lot of households. Paige said Powerpuff Girls because her parents believed Chemical X was cocaine. You know what? It might have been the guys behind the cartoons. You don't know. It might have been Ren and Stimpy and anything on MTV besides TRL, Total Request Live.
What was wrong with Ren and Stimpy?
Well,
were they violent?
yeah, because JC on the Kid Craddock Morning Show said that's what
Next to
his
Stimpy.
mom. That's what his mom banned because Ren and Stimpy was very violent.
And I was telling Kelly, more violent than Looney Tunes?
Right.
I mean, because Coyote was Roadrunner was dropping anvils on Coyote and strapping rockets to him and shooting him off into space. And then, yeah.
Brandy said her city banned MTV through the cable provider for the entire town.
Of what?
She didn't say.
Well,
But the city, if you
What'd
have
they
one
ban?
cable, they banned MTV
oh, MTV.
because it was devil music, right?
Yes. Headbangers Ball.
Stacy's parents were real strict. She wasn't allowed to watch Scooby-Doo, The Smurfs,
Huh?
Bewitched, Golden Girls, Married with Children, or Roseanne.
Good night. Scooby-Doo? Why?
I guess because they were dealing with ghosts and goblins and things. And Annie explained the Smurfs. She said Gargamel was a wizard and we were Baptists. Those two things don't mix.
Oh, man. It's a cartoon.
Aaron was not allowed to watch One Day at a Time. Now, that was about Anne Romano, who was divorced, and she never wore a bra. Do you remember? Her nipples were always poking out on One Day at a Time. I remember that.
Well, how's that any different than around here?
I know, but I wasn't on national TV. But her daughters were Mackenzie Phillips and Valerie Bertinelli.
Yes.
Remember that?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And what was Schneider was the janitor. The house, not the janitor, the building superintendent.
But as a young kid, I had no idea she's walking around braless. I mean, these are just things that kids, I guess my age, didn't notice.
Kelly said she wasn't allowed to watch Care Bears because there were witches and wizards in Care Bears. Now, see, that was after my time, so I didn't know about that. I had no idea.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Some people were banned. Several people were banned from watching Soap. Remember, that was a sitcom about soap operas.
Yeah.
Our kids are not allowed to watch SpongeBob. Well, see, I think that's true for a lot of parents. I think they think some of the humor is too adult, right? Is that what it is?
That's what I've heard. But I've watched it, and I'm not picking it up.
Malcolm in the Middle. Amber's mom did not like how disrespectful the kids were on that show. Dirty Dancing, Purple Rain, going to the movies. They didn't like those.
Well, yeah, Purple Rain.
Do you remember Solid Gold? All
Yeah.
over Berg was not allowed to watch Solid Gold because the dancers were too suggestive.
Yeah.
Solid Gold, filling up my life with music. Solid Gold, filling up my song with soul. I can't believe I remembered that much.
That's pretty good, babe.
And was it Denny Terrio?
Everyone in their 20s right now
Denny
has
Terrio
the biggest question marks over their
was
heads.
the guy dancing, wasn't that right? And he was replaced by Adrian Zmed, who starred in Grease 2 with Olivia Newton-John, which should have been a hit. Oh.
Didn't see that one either.
You didn't see Grease 2?
Well, I didn't see Grease.
This Soph XO was not allowed to watch the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Her parents didn't like that. But Mish said, hey, nothing was banned in my house. My mom took me to see Saturday Night Fever as a child. So anyway, funny.
That's interesting.
One child, Cece Newman said, I literally got spanked for watching Three's Company, but not General Hospital.
Okay.
They had people in bed all the time. Anyway, I could go through these forever, but hopefully that's a fun little.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, but that was fun, right?
Yeah, it was. The Three's Company was a recurring theme there.
Yeah, one person said, I wasn't allowed to watch MTV. Thanks a lot, Paula Abdul. I'm like, did Paula Abdul make really sexy? The only one she made that was kind of sexy was Cold Hearted Snake, right? That was kind of sexy video. That's the only one I can remember that was really sexy. Otherwise, she was dancing with a cartoon cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, fun stuff.
Funniest bit, though, was Mr. Roper always walking in on
trying to catch Jack.
And there was always some situation where he thought he was
catching Chrissy and
he thought he was gay.
Yeah. Well, no, he wanted Jack wanted him to think he was gay.
Right.
Because that's the only way he would let him live in the house, right?
Right. So he was always in these situations where it appeared that he was gay, but he's not gay.
And wasn't Mrs. Roper always hitting on Jack?
Yeah, I think so.
And then they left and Barney Fife came in.
Barney Fife.
Remember Barney Fife, but I don't remember Don Knotts.
Knotts?
But I don't remember his character's name.
Babe, this podcast, we are dating ourselves so bad on this podcast.
Alan's going to be 50 this year. Surprise.
Thanks. We've talked about MASH. You sang the Solid Gold theme.
Solid Gold.
Oh.
And the girl married a hockey player, the really famous hockey player, one of the dancers. I remember that.
Wayne Gretzky?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, one of the dancers married Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, come on.
Come on, I'm right? I'm remembering that right. I can't remember what Alan talked about on last week's podcast, but I'm almost positive.
Yeah, but you're gonna remember.
I'm almost positive that's the case.
You're gonna remember some dancer on Solid Gold in the '80s marrying Wayne Gretzky.
I'm pretty sure that's right. I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure? Wayne Gretzky he'd have been in his 20s in the '80s. Is that right?
Playing hockey.
Okay.
Anyway, you know what? I'm not doing anything for my birthday this year, really, because this is all about Alan being, his big 50. But do you know what? I'm turning 54 this year. This would be the year to have a Studio 54 birthday. But I'm not. Like a total disco Studio 54 birthday party. I'm not doing it. I'm just saying that's a missed opportunity.
Well, do it.
No, we'll do it on your 54th.
Oh, okay.
We'll just have to shelve that because I don't want to detract from your 50th.
If I make it that far.
Why wouldn't you? Are you still sick from last podcast?
Yes, I am. I'm still a little miffed that not one person said, "Are you okay?"
Alan, I don't remember you saying you were sick.
Babe, that's all we talked about.
What were you feeling?
I couldn't hardly talk. I had fatigue.
Really?
Yes, I had fatigue.
That is ringing no bells whatsoever. This is one podcast ago.
It was the last one. Remember? And I said, babe, I got to go to bed. Right after we stopped the podcast, remember? And I just went right to sleep.
Wow. I need to go back and listen to that podcast.
One of these days, I'm going to walk in here. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to be sitting here making your notes and getting everything ready. And I'm going to walk in here and you're going to be, who the hell are you? I'm going to be like, I'm Alan. I'm your husband. I do a podcast. You're going to be like,
and I'll say, Solid Gold. No, I can remember a lot of stuff from my childhood and TV shows and stuff. I remember watching the Sonny and Cher show, and they brought out little Chastity, and they did. She did that cartoon, Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves, and stuff. It was good.
Yeah, remember I told you to be efficient. I said we need to make this one efficient. Remember that?
I do remember saying that, but I don't remember you being sick.
Did you go back and listen?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, who would do that? That's for sure.
Well, I heard the volume's so bad. Why would I? What?
And then you try to play it off and say that one's my fault.
Oh my God, you're still mad about that.
All right, babe. What else you got?
He knows how much I hate when
I got some stuff. Unless you were going to
do that. I can do that.
Do that, and then
you'll do that,
and then I'm going to do
that,
this. Yeah, we have some follow-up correspondence.
All right, only 8. Here we are, February already, but only 8% of New Year's resolutions survive an entire year. Did you know that? Only 8%. Honestly, I'm surprised it's that high. So here we are, February. How are you holding up? If one of your goals this year is to eat healthier, Kenco is here to help you with that. Kenco makes seriously nutritious smoothies for seriously busy people. Now, I don't have time and I don't want to spend my morning chopping up fruit and vegetables and put them in a blender. I don't want to do that. But store-bought smoothies are expensive, sugar-packed calorie bombs. Fresh pressed juices, they have less fiber. But Kenco's breakfast smoothies are only made from organic whole fruits and vegetables, flash frozen, slow dried to lock in all the fiber and nutrients. Nothing is added. No fiber is taken out. Kenco smoothies are easy to make. You don't need a blender. You don't need a juicer, or you don't even need a kitchen, honestly. You pour the Kenco packet into water, or you can add your favorite milk, like coconut milk, soy milk, 2% milk, whatever, and then you just take on the day. Go to kenco.com, KENCKO.com, take their quick nutrition quiz. Fill your flexible monthly order with your choice of 15 functional flavors that match your goals and your tastes. Each Kenko smoothie costs less than $3. It packs half the daily fruits and vegetables you need to reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and some cancers. Alan, tell us about your Kenko experience.
I had a Kenko, and these aren't limited to breakfast. I had one for dessert tonight.
He did. He likes them enough that he had some for dessert.
Right after dinner, I had the red. How about 2 strawberries, 3 raspberries, 1/3 banana, 1/2 apple, 1/2 date, 1 gram of chia seeds, 1 gram of ginger, all organic, all fiber, nothing else, babe.
You just added it. You did it with water, right?
I just threw a little water in there, shook it for 30 seconds, and boom.
It was completely dissolved.
Completely dissolved.
The thing I hate sometimes is when they say that and then there's like chunks in it. Not with Kenko. This really does fully dissolve, right?
Yeah, it was fully dissolved.
And you like the flavor, the red, huh?
I love the flavor. It tasted like a fresh fruit juice is what it tastes like to me.
Isn't that better than going and having a big bowl of ice cream? They're meant for breakfast, but hey, why not have them for dessert?
I had one for dessert.
Helps curb that sweet tooth.
Yeah, so start creating healthy habits right now. You can go to kenco.com/sandwich, pick out your flexible monthly plan, and the first 100 listeners will get 25% off your first order. That's kenco.com/sandwich and get 25% off, but only if you're one of the first 100. You love this show? Kelly and I, we love you.
We do.
So get this special deal, 25% off for the first 100 listeners at kenco.com/sandwich. We love Kenco.
Real quickly, Alan, before you
Yes.
get to your next thing.
Yeah.
It was so funny. Alan went out in the garage, I guess, and posted a picture. We have stacks and stacks of Apple product boxes.
Yeah.
And you ask, and it's the truth, why are we holding on to all these boxes for cell phones, for MacBooks, for iPads and stuff? We have stacks and stacks of boxes.
They're in here.
And you asked the question, and people gave you the most interesting answers for that, I thought.
Yeah. I mean, they were all over the place.
They did.
Some people said they were just honest. I don't know.
For the most part, why are we holding on to all these boxes?
I have no idea, but I just hang on to them just in case. Some people said they used them for cabinet knickknacks, like they use them as drawer organizers.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Some people say they just keep them because they're really nice boxes and they might reuse them for something. Some people
They
say
are nice.
They are nice. They're hard to just throw away.
I know you feel guilty.
Yeah, you feel guilty when you just throw them in the trash. Some people said that they sell them on eBay. They just sell the boxes on
But
eBay.
you know what I'm thinking?
What?
What if that's part of a scam? Like, I'm going to sell you the box. I don't know what you're going to do. This is what I thought. Because if you want to buy my box, I'm going to sell you my box. What, $10 for my box? Take it.
You got to change your voice on that.
But what happens is, don't they do like the switcheroo sometimes? Like Big Al, like Big Al one time.
My man
said he went to the gas station. People come up to you and say, "Hey, my buddies and I, we just we got all these speakers on the back of our truck, and we'll sell you one." And they show you a really good speaker, and you say, "Yeah, I'll take one." So they give you a box, and when you get home, it's filled with bricks or whatever. So could that be the case? Like it could be using these boxes for scams if you sell them?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I know that I've bought watch boxes on eBay before. Because I had a watch, but I didn't have the box for it. So I wanted the box to go with the watch.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Maybe there's that reason. I don't know.
Maybe somebody, they threw their box away or I don't know.
Or maybe you're going to gift, like as a parent, you've upgraded and you want to gift your refurbished. You can get your, Mac or your phone refurbished, but you don't have the box and you want to give that as part of the gift, right?
Right.
That's a good reason. Look at me going immediately for the illegal scam.
But I was telling them on the survey, I responded and I said, every time I've traded a phone at the Apple store, they have never asked me for the box. They've never asked me for the charger.
And some people say
the
they
headphones.
keep that.
Yeah, and they just want the phone. And I can't imagine if you had the box to go with the phone. If they're giving you $100 for the phone, what were they going to give you? $105 if you got the box or
Well,
something?
it seems like that'd be a nicer presentation. Like there'd be some incentive to keep the box. But I do the same thing. I keep the box, and I don't know why.
But I don't think they give a rip. I think they just take the phone and they recycle them.
So can I throw away my boxes?
Well, we can, yeah. But the reason I keep them is just because it's hard for me to get rid of them. Like I'd feel weird like going to the trash and just throwing them away.
Well, they said you can recycle them. Once somebody said they found out you don't need them if you're going to trade in your phone, you don't need the box. They said, well, then I started recycling them. But somebody said once they were robbed and the insurance needed either copies of receipts or the boxes to replace the items that were stolen.
Isn't all that on the cloud?
I don't know.
I thought we had everything on the cloud. Do you
I don't
really
know.
have to have a box to have your serial numbers nowadays?
I don't know, but I thought it was just really interesting because that is kind of like a common thing. And I'm really paranoid about throwing away the box.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought that was
No,
a side note.
I was cleaning out my closet or I was doing something in there. No, I was showing Dylan some old family pictures. And I just looked up and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I got all these apple boxes. So I just took a picture. Then I got to thinking, why in the hell do I have all these apple boxes? Let's see what internet says. Yeah, and that's what they said.
It's fun.
That was fun. Okay, babe. So we have some follow-up correspondence here. They're called letters.
Is this another fight?
No.
Okay.
No, it's
I thought
not.
we put the fight to bed.
Well,
We're going to go to Minnesota. Was it Minnesota? Where are they from? Montana?
Montana.
We're going to Montana.
Yeah.
We got a place to stay. We're going to go fly fishing and all that good stuff one day.
You know,
But that feud is put to bed.
it's put to bed. But I was telling Kelly, this might be one of my new bits. I was telling Kelly, I never go after anyone on social media. I just don't. Even somebody that really pisses me off, I just don't say anything. I don't do that. If someone hits me first, though, I'm going to hit them back. I am. That's just, if they hit me and they insult me, I'm going to hit them back. Now, once I do that,
That's not nice.
we can go one of two places. We can keep doing that, which I'm fine because I'll win Battle of the Assholes, or we can come together, we can put it behind us, and we can be friends. I did it with John. Remember John? I was always interrupting you, and I did it with my man Luke.
Where is John now?
And he listens.
How do you know? Has he
'Cause
reached out recently?
Not recently.
Has he invited us to stay with him?
No. But it's happened twice now. It's happened 3 times. I got into it with this grandma on social media.
Don't be fine with grandmas.
Grandma said I was a sissy
Why?
because I had skinny jeans on.
And?
Well, I'll pull it up right now.
God.
Here's what happened. No, here's what happened. This is live.
And it was worth getting in a fight with grandma?
Grandma was the one that started it. Here's what Grandma said. I posted a nice throwback picture of me and Kelly on my birthday. And we're standing here with Kinsey, JC's wife, JC.
This is from 2019. Your
Yes.
birthday in 2019.
From the Kid Craddock Morning Show. We're standing there with Sweet Clean Anna and Justin.
She's sweet clean.
Okay? Here's what Grandma says. Guys in skinny jeans need to go away. They're too sissy for men. And I'm like, okay, you need to go away. And besides, my mother said she loved my ass in these skinny jeans.
Alan, that's awful.
Your mother, not my mother, your mother. Your mother said she loved my ass in these skinny jeans.
You messed up your own insult.
Yeah, I messed up my own
My
insult.
mother thinks I have a cute butt.
Your mother. Then Grandma comes back and she says, okay, I'll leave. And then I go back and I said, thank you. Just remember to put an egg in your shoe before you beat it. And then Grandma comes back at me, claps back at me, says, wow, I thought you were a grown-up. I'm very sorry your feelings were hurt. And then I go back at her. I said, it's okay. I'm sorry my personal fashion choices do not live up to your lofty expectations.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And then Grandma comes back at me. She goes, you know what? You're right. And I apologize, Alan, for saying what I said. You're a handsome guy, and I did not have the right to comment on your personal fashion choices. And I said, Grandma, I'm sorry for what I said.
You called her grandma?
Yes. Grandma, I'm sorry for what I said about your mom liking my ass. I was just being defensive. And I really don't want you to put an egg in your shoe either. Have a great day. And then Grandma comes back. Alan, please accept my apology for what I said. You always look nice, and I would never hurt your feelings. And then I finish it off with, Grandma, I do accept your apology. Let us put this behind us and walk forward together arm in arm with me in my skinny jeans and you without an egg in your shoe.
Was that the end of that?
That was the end of that.
My goodness gracious.
There you go.
Did I hear you say you were sorry to her too?
Yeah.
Okay, you did say you were sorry.
I said I
Okay.
was sorry that I said that your mom liked my ass in my skinny jeans.
That was not necessary.
It wasn't necessary for her to call me a sissy.
She was the bigger person in that argument, apologizing.
My social media called me a sissy because I got skinny jeans on. Okay. This first letter is from Tony Lynn. Hey guys, it's me, Tony Lynn again. I just wanted to say that I was so excited when you read my letter. But after hearing it read back to me, I probably sound like the worst mother in the world. So I just wanted to explain a little better, hopefully make you guys feel a little bit better about my 14-year-old daughter listening to y'all's podcast.
Okay, you have to remind me what she wrote about the first time.
You really don't remember?
What about the 14-year-old? Well, honey, if
She
somebody's
listens to our podcast.
Okay, but this is good for people who maybe are listening out of order.
She listens to our podcast, and I was horrified that she might have heard me say something lewd.
Okay.
Yeah. Tony Lynn says her 14-year-old daughter, loves in big capital, loves Kellie.
Yes.
My daughter has listened to Kellie on the Kid Craddock Morning Show her entire life.
Aww.
So to clarify, my daughter does not listen to y'all's entire podcast. She hears bits and pieces while in the car after picking her up from school some days. If something inappropriate begins to be said, I quickly change it to Love Letters to Kellie or the Kid Craddock podcast. I didn't want you guys to think I was a terrible mother. I promise I'm not. Tony, I didn't think that for 1 second.
No,
I honestly, I didn't think that for 1 second. I got self-conscious that I was polluting your daughter's 14-year-old mind. That was
when that happens, she just turns to something else.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
probably when you're one of your cussing fits.
Yeah. I'd never do that. Well, she says, we love you guys desperately, and thank you, Alan, for reading my letter. Can't wait to hear you next podcast. Thank you, Tony Lynn. We did not think you were a terrible mother at all.
No.
Not 1 second.
I'm the terrible mother.
Okay, here's one for you, babe. This one's from Brandy. Subject, nerve damage. Hi, Alan and Kellie. I've written several times, and you are always good about replying or reading on air. I feel like we're truly friends. I still consider Kellie my bestie, since girlfriend and I are practically personality clones. The stuff she says. My recent favorite was her list of ailments. Yes.
I have a lot.
We listed 12 or 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. OMG, I was responding with a list of my own. I always have some sort of drama medical thing. Made me feel good to hear she had even more.
Yep. Falling apart.
Okay. I want to come down for the meetup next month, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it. But next Dallas trip, we must do dinner. Call me, girl. Anyway, as much as Kellie has my heart, I have a peeve, as in pet peeve.
With me?
With you.
Okay.
Not with me. This is usually where they bring me into it.
Yeah.
But no, this is with you.
All right, what do I do?
Why does she start every podcast saying, welcome to another edition of the A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast? She used to say, welcome to another edition of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
Okay, you want me to go back
Is
to that?
the word the necessary? And isn't a podcast already a given? As an English teacher, yeah, I went there. It doesn't sound right. With the two articles, the and a, together, and honestly, it grates on my nerves.
It's just it's a more sound thing. It's because it's technically not incorrect English.
Alan, help me help her. Peace and love. Brandy from Midland.
Well, Brandy, I will be happy to go back to saying it the other way because I don't want to offend anybody's ears.
That's it?
What did you want me to cuss at her and tell her that her mom likes my ass and my jeans? How did you want me to respond to that?
You would say dad.
Your dad.
Right.
Brandy.
Yes.
Have your dad call me.
Right. You wouldn't say.
That's what. Does that offensive enough?
I don't know that mom would have that.
Or I could just say,
quite the impact
I will
that dad
change
would
it.
have. Yeah.
I'll just say I'll change it.
There
That's
you go.
fine.
Okay. You're not going to tell her to put her egg in her shoe?
No, I'm really cool with that.
Jump in a lake? Or
No.
Go fly?
One of us is able to handle criticism and critiques a lot more maturely than the other.
Go fly a kite. Okay. This next one is from Brooke. Very, very beautiful name. That's my daughter's name. Hey, Kellie and Alan. My husband, Eric, and I are so excited to book with Judy today to come on your podcast family vacation.
Yay!
We have never done anything like this before, but I've been listening to Kellie since 1865, and I will be turning 35 at the end of July.
Perfect.
I love listening to you both. Everything is so relatable. Alan, you sound just like my husband with your lewd comments. Y'all always make me laugh. Anyway, my husband and I won't be the loudest of the bunch. We are fairly quiet and keep to ourselves. Yeah, we've heard that before.
Right.
Yeah, we've heard that before. These are the ones that usually are woo-hoo-hoo, just the tops coming off in the pool. And
there's none of that. On purpose.
Excuse me?
I didn't see any of that.
Oh.
I saw accidental areola. That was an accident. And that happens to every woman at the beach. The wave hits you, you come up out of the water, you don't even realize it, that it's just hanging out there, but it happens.
I could so name names right now, but
it's
But I
accidental.
am not going to do that.
It's accidental.
With respect for our dear friends. But I'm not going to name them. But I'm so excited to meet you both and have a fun COVID break. Just so you know, I'm a school nurse and we've had both of the Pfizer vaccines and none of my family has gotten sick.
Oh, good.
We have 2 daughters, 7 and 10, but looking forward to an adult vacay. We love oat. The banoffee is our favorite dessert ever. We try to come up with reasons to go to Dallas to eat. We went the end of November and the weekend before last. Everybody was so nice. Looking forward to meeting you. Brooke.
Yay. Thank you, Brooke.
Very
Look forward to
nice.
meeting you.
Very
Things
nice.
are still a go at this point. We have no reason to believe otherwise. So we're all moving forward as scheduled with the podcast Family Vacation the week of July the 4th. If you want to get details, this is not obligating you in any way to sign up. If you want to go to kellyandalan.com/vacation, you can get the information on the trip. All adult, all inclusive, Valentin Imperial. If you want to go look up the resort and start daydreaming already.
Good, babe. Painting a visual picture there. Last letter is from Brianna. Subject, hats. Hi, Alan and Kellie.
Hi.
You can use my real name if you choose to read this on the podcast. Huge fan of the podcast, radio show, EK and me, and just you two in general. I'm writing because my very best friend and I are coming on the podcast Family Vacation.
Yay!
All right. We are so excited. Brianna, you're going to be singing for He's a Jolly Good Fellow.
Yeah, and you don't have to be a couple. You can bring a friend. We have mother and daughters coming and
Yes.
friends coming. It does not have to be a man and a woman or a gay couple. You can be a gay couple and come. I'm just saying you don't have to be, it's an all adults resort. You just have to be 18 and up.
You do have to be okay seeing me in a flesh-colored Speedo with cocky show stealer embroidered on the ass.
Who's making you this? Where are you getting it?
With a gold chain buried in my chest hair, with my aviator sunglasses on, my Panama hat, a fruity umbrella drink in one hand, a stogie in the other. And as you sing For He's a Jolly Good Fellow, you're going to hear me say, hey guys, look at this.
Where are you getting the Speedo?
Where am I getting the Speedo?
Yeah.
You can get a Speedo anyway. Amazon. That's where I get all my Speedos.
It's going to be detailed exactly the way
I'm going to take it over here to Willow Bend Mall. They got an embroiderer over there. I'm going to say,
Speedo?
Here's my Speedo. Turn it over on the ass, and on the butt, I want it to say cocky show stealer.
Alan, we have a 14-year-old girl listening. Can you stop?
Is she?
The link?
Is she? Where is she?
It's our listener that wrote the letter.
I thought you meant Emma Kelly.
Well, she probably is too. You're
She's
so loud.
up in the bunker.
My daughter's so excited. We're recording this on, if you didn't know, Harry Styles' birthday.
Yeah, today is?
Today is Harry Styles' 27th birthday.
Wow. Too old for her.
She
Too old
called
for
her.
Emma Kelly.
We got a red velvet cupcake. She put a candle in it, and she called her girlfriends, and they FaceTimed each other and sang "Happy Birthday" to Harry Styles.
Yeah, I heard you guys. I'm sorry, Brianna. Back to your letter. She had one quick question. We love y'all sandwiches, love, and hats, and want to be part of the fun when we come. I looked on your website to purchase some and saw that they are sold out. Is this something that will be restocked soon? Just let me know. Love you guys. Thanks for making our Tuesdays and Thursdays brighter. Hats. Brianna, you will have a complimentary hat provided to you as part of the family vacation.
Yeah,
so don't worry
save
about
your money for that.
Yeah, save your money. Don't worry about that. We'll have you hats. We don't have them on the website yet for sale, but we will soon. But
Peek behind the kimono. They got delivered to the wrong place.
Yeah.
So I've got to go get them. And they're a little piece. We're having a breakdown of communication where they were delivered. He and I cannot quite get on the same page as to when he will be home for me to get them. But we're going to get them soon.
Yeah, we will. We will.
So just a little oopsie there.
Hey, and you know what else, babe? Let me just run this by you while we're here on the podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe our listeners can weigh in. Someone said, hey, you were talking about that Get It, Babe shirt that you had. How about a hat that says Get It, Babe on the hat? How about Get It, Babe on the front in script on our black and gray hat, and on the back, the Sandwich and Some Lovin' logo? What do you think about that?
Yeah, just a little logo, though.
Yeah, just a little one. Yeah, just
that'd
a
be
little
good.
one. You think that'd be cool?
Yeah, I like that. Get it, babe.
So you could do the Sandwich and Some Lovin', the big logo, the classic big logo on the front.
That's what you get when you go on the vacation.
That's what you get when you go on the vacation. That's the vacation hat.
Because that's, I'm like, everybody wants our hat.
Oh, they want a piece of that
party. They want to be a part of our party.
They want a piece of that party. Yeah, they do. Piece of the cool people. What do you call them? The cool group?
That's what we're so cool. We don't know what to call ourselves. That's what we are.
That's right, babe.
Hey, really quick, it is so important to read to our children. Nanny Laura, I've talked about her from time to time. She and I both started reading to Emma Kellie when she was just an infant, before she was speaking. And every night at bedtime, when she got older, her treat was 5 books. And, little kids, you read short books. But if she was naughty, her punishment was taking away a book from her. Oh, my God. You thought we were just beating her with sticks. She was just so upset because she loved books that much. And that carried over now as a teenager. For Christmas, what was she asking for? All these collections of books, which I love. And that's why I'm so excited to share with you a sponsor of our podcast called Literati Kids. Great children's books open up worlds for our children, worlds of discovery. And with Literati Kids, your child can explore uncharted places every month with spellbinding, captivating stories that are handpicked by experts. Literati Kids is a try before you buy subscription book club. It's $9.95 per month for your monthly subscription, and each month Literati will deliver 5 books hand-selected by education experts based on your child's age, starting from infancy, easy for me to say. No more sorting through hundreds of titles trying to guess what your child will love. These books are beautiful. They are vibrantly illustrated, so it really captures their attention, and they're delivered right to your home. And kids love getting mail. That's part of the fun. So every month they have that to look forward to. Then you choose to purchase the books that your child loves, and you can send back the rest for free. From art and adventure, tales of compassion, each literati box follows a new enriching theme. And they also have personalized extras like stickers and surprises and special guest artwork that's frameable. Every box is fun and a fresh adventure.
Yes, it is. And you can head to literati.com/lovin' for 25% off your first 2 orders. Select your child's book club and start them on a literary journey like no other. Literati.com/lovin' is the only place to find 25% off your first 2 orders of this one-of-a-kind book subscription, the most joyful way to foster a lifelong love of learning. That's literati.com/lovin'.
Thank you, baby.
Love Literati.
Now, Alan is very excited to share with you something he's about to try for the very first time.
Hey, everybody. Chef Alonzo here. I'm going to try. Well, here's how this started. And I've been wanting to do this for a long time. After I went to the gym today, I had to go get gas. And all I had for lunch was a shake or a smoothie at the gym. So I was out running some errands. I went to Half Price Books, and then I went to get gas. And I'm filling the truck with gas. And I'm like, man, I am really hungry because all I had was a shake. So I fill the truck with gas, run into the 7-Eleven or wherever, and buy some beef jerky. Beef jerky. You bought beef jerky before.
It's expensive.
It is freaking expensive.
I don't know how they justify it, but it is expensive.
I mean, you can get it for more or less than I paid, but I paid $8 for 3 ounces.
That's a lot, but you wanted that jerky.
I wanted that jerky. So to put that in perspective, if you were buying a steak that was 12 ounces at that price, let's see if I can do the math, it'd be 4 times that. It'd be $32, right?
Yeah.
Did I do the math right?
8 times 4 is 32.
Yeah. Okay. So beef jerky is just priced very, very expensive. So I was thinking, well, I just got this air fryer for Christmas. Certainly there's a way to make beef jerky with an air fryer. So I get on the DuckDuckGo. I DuckDuckGo how to make beef jerky with an air fryer. Freaking 9,000 recipes. So I'm going to try one after the podcast ends tonight. I'm going to go in the kitchen and start this.
Tonight?
Tonight, because I'm going to marinate it all night.
Oh, okay.
But I had Kelly buy me a 2 pounds of bottom round.
Yeah, you told me I could get top round or bottom round, and the only thing I saw was bottom round.
So yeah, bottom round is what it recommended for jerky. And then for the marinade, I'm going to use half a cup of Worcestershire sauce, half a cup of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and then you can add chili flakes if you want to give it some kick. So I'm going to slice the top round or the bottom round into strips or squares, either way, and then marinate it in a plastic bag with all those ingredients overnight. And then tomorrow I'm going to take them out, pat them dry, and then stick them in the air fryer. It says really low, 175 degrees for 2 hours.
That's it?
Well, and then check it, and if it needs more time, do it in 20-minute increments at that temperature, and just keep checking it before they burn.
Years and years and years ago. I mean, like before I was married the first time. That's how long ago. I bought one of those food dehydrators.
Yeah.
Remember where you could do fruit in there, and you were supposed to be able to do jerky in there.
That never worked.
I think I tried doing fruit in there. You know how I am with any appliance. I want to do it. I think I'm going to do it, and then I never do it. I might have tried it once and then gave it to my brother.
That's a big player with us.
Let's
buy an appliance, use it once, and then give it to your brother.
Because I want to do those things, Alan. I want to. But you know what? You freed me with that card you gave me.
Oh, was that?
That was so
was that like taking
liberating.
Was that like taking the big cross off your back?
Y'all think I've got the card still sitting right here.
Good
Hold
night,
on one
babe.
second.
Oh, Kelly, put the microphone down.
Alan brought me home a bouquet of flowers.
Now, you remember that you talked about this last podcast.
I'm reminding y'all again.
Okay.
This is what was freeing me.
Liberating.
I'm not going to read you the card itself. I'm going to read you what Alan wrote in the card. I don't mind that you're not Giada in the kitchen. And that's all I need to... I'm not even going to read you the rest of what he wrote.
Right.
Because that's all that stood out to me. That's all that mattered to me. I'm like, I don't have to be hot little Giada, the Italian cooking princess. And that resonated with me. That spoke to my soul. And I'm good.
But you could say, hey, you don't have to be, and you're not Bobby Flay. And I'm not.
I appreciate every time you take the reins and cook. I appreciate it because you know what? I'm happy opening a can of soup and eating it. I don't care. But Alan, he wants meat and he wants all that stuff. And it's just like, how many times do I have to destroy?
I want meat and all that stuff.
You expect me to feed you, I thought.
Vegetables?
Yeah. So I'm just not, it's not my thing. It's just not my thing.
No.
And I hate it
Yeah.
because I come from a line of wonderful Southern cooks.
Oh, yes.
Wonderful. And I just don't want to. I don't want to. If I won the lottery, and I've told this to Alan, I've said this before, and I'm not joking. If I won the lottery, the thing I would splurge on would be a full-time cook. Just to do it all for me. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And snacks, all of it. That's what I would splurge on.
If we won the lottery,
That's what I would splurge on.
I bet Chef Mike could help us out.
If he wants to come work for me,
He worked for Don.
I could afford it.
Guy worked for Don Henley.
I will pay because I won the lottery.
Dime.
I don't have the lottery. It's not a dime. It's only a literal dime when I have literally won the lottery.
You dropped a virtual dime.
But that's what I would do.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't.
I wanted her to be named Alice, and I wanted her to have a little back room behind the kitchen, just like the Brady Bunch. And I'd make her wear a maid's uniform every day, just like Alice. I'm kidding. I wouldn't.
Yeah, that'd be kind of demeaning.
It wasn't. Alice didn't feel demeaned.
That was back in the...
They didn't treat her badly.
That was back in the 70s.
They treated her like family.
Did they?
Yes, she's part of the family. Anyway.
Do you know any Alice? An Alice? I don't know an Alice.
I know an Alice.
You know an Alice? Do you really?
My friend's stepmom's name is Alice.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've known an Alice my entire life.
I'm I mean, I know like there's some famous, Alice's, but that's the one I know personally. She's an older lady, but those older names are coming back. I bet there's a lot of little girls named Alice now. That might be the next name to make a comeback.
Yeah, all the classic names make a comeback. All right, babe. Well,
Wrap up the A Sandwich and Some Love podcast.
I guess we can bring it home for Jerome.
I'm kidding.
That one's going to stick in your craw.
No, it's not. I'm going to start introducing back the way it used to be. Because why fix it if it ain't broke?
What was the way you were doing it?
I was like, welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
That was the way you used to do it?
Yeah.
And then you changed it to...
Because the name of the podcast is A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. So I was like, welcome to the A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. But I can see how that's displeasing to the ear. I can see that. I can hear that. I'll go back.
Is that a dangling participle?
No.
Oh.
But I will go back to the other way. I'm not mad.
How does a participle dangle?
I don't remember. Yeah, I was an English major, but I don't remember everything. But I do remember the theme song to Solid Gold, as we learned from this podcast, and so many other things.
Maybe it was a misplaced modifier.
Something like that. I don't know.
Me either. Okay, babe.
But how do you feel? Before we leave this podcast, I want to know, how do you feel?
Well, I feel fine now.
Good. I care about your health.
The hell you do? You didn't ask
I'm
me
asking.
one time. Neither did our listeners. I'm very hurt. Very hurt. Not one listener reached out.
Good now.
I'm fine now.
Good to know.
Glad I didn't go casket ready.
Make a note of that, everybody.
Didn't have one of our dear listeners.
Completely healthy.
Not Mel. Not Michael Melkos. Not Christy Kincaid Norris. Not Sweet Clean Bethany. Not Angie Reno. None of them. Not Katie Kreller. Julie's overalls. Doesn't have to be lewd.
The danger of naming names is you're going to hurt somebody's feelings when you don't name their name.
We've got 1 billion listeners, Dime. I can't name them all, but I can name a bunch of them.
Well, we have a bunch of them that join us on Monday and Wednesday nights on our YouTube channel when we record the podcast live. If you'd like to join the little chat session, you're welcome. We usually get started a little after 8 p.m. Central because we're always running a few minutes behind. It's usually my fault, but it's the it's the YouTube channel, A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
Yeah, that's right. All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
And I still love our listeners desperately. There's nothing they could do to make me not love them desperately.
Unless they call you
a sissy?
a sissy wearing, a pants wearing guy.
Lord knows what they're going to call me when they see me in this flesh-colored Speedo.
I don't think that should be put on social media.
What, a flesh-colored Speedo? Why? There's been a video of me in your lingerie on the Kid Craddock Morning Show. How is that different?
That was a funny little bit. That was funny.
So it's okay for me to wear women's lingerie, but not wear a
flesh-colored
man's bathing
Speedo
suit?
looks like you're naked, and that's why you're going to wear it.
That's the bit.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Don't post that. Anyway.
Oh, that is going to be so great. Might take my smack-a-sack down there with me, too.
All right, let's say goodbye.
All right, babe.
This is not going anywhere nice.
Okay, well, it's not nice, but I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon.
Yeah, like 2 more days. We'll do it again.
And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.